my boss thought he could fire me or bully me into quitting, but I had the last laugh. I was hired for a temp position last year. It was a part-time job that fit perfectly with my uni schedule with a pretty popular, prestigious company. The first couple weeks were great. I got along with my colleagues and my boss seemed nice enough. After some time though, everything drastically changed. I still don't know why. My boss tried to get me to agree to a mutual termination of my contract, claimed I was smoking and doing drugs in the office. I obviously didn't, immediately offered a drug test, told me that a written record was submitted to HR while refusing to let me see it, tried to start a fight with me numerous times, sent me on personal errands during working hours. This post would be 10 pages long if I got into everything he put me through. Suffice to say it was an awful couple of months. I'm pretty sure that after me not initially agreeing to leave, he tried to fire me, but since he's only in a middle management position within a fairly large company, one of his bosses probably said no for some reason, so I got to stick it out with menial bullshit tasks until the end of my contract. For the last couple months, he completely ignored me, didn't answer my emails, didn't give me any new tasks even though I asked, and then pretended I didn't to claim I was being malicious and refusing to work, while there were numerous people present when I asked for new tasks. And yet, I stuck around. Up until my very last day. Would it have been smarter to leave sooner? Yes, most definitely. But the pay and benefits were good and above anything else. I didn't want him to have the satisfaction. I wasn't gonna let him win. So, when my last day came, ironically he wasn't even in the office and obviously never said goodbye. To me, I was ready. I had been keeping track of every single thing that had happened. More than that, I discovered what I believed to be some pretty serious compliance and data privacy breaches. So I sent an email containing all of it and proof not only to my boss and everyone on our team, but to numerous HR people. Then I handed in my laptop and left. It was the absolute best feeling to know that I was finally free of this job, and that my boss had been trying to instigate a fight for months, probably thought I was just gonna be submissive and go out with a whimper just to get the fight he wanted on my very last day and not having any way of getting back to me. I obviously immediately blocked his number. I don't really expect there to be any consequences because people like him always get away with their shitty behavior. Maybe HR will give a shit about obvious bullying and why when one of his employees is accused of doing drugs at work, he wouldn't have them do a drug test, as per the fucking contract. Why I was sent away from the office to run personal errands, or why an internal data security breach was left to fester for probably years. Maybe they'll give a shit, probably not. To me, the most important thing is having gotten closure. I just know that he will randomly think of me for the rest of his life and his blood pressure will spike every single time because he never got the last word, while I will always be content when and if he crosses my mind because I never gave in to his stupid provocations, and when I did, it was solely for me and the purpose of getting closure, so I am just going to be proud of having endured a shit job and having the last word in the end. Fuck you, Jerry.